Okay, so, hi everybody, it's us again, and, oh my bladder, but it was worth it.
Josh, it's only to pee.
Why did you go to the theater? Forget it, we both...
I'm kidding!
I'm surprised that we both ordered large drinks, and I didn't feel the need to use the restroom until near the end.
Dude, your boy has watched Lord of the Rings. And this is your boy's typical day of gaming / anime binge.
True.
So, whatever. 3 hours is nothing.
So yeah, this,
You guys are weak.
So, yeah, obviously, non-spoilery thoughts, we know, don't spoil Endgame, obviously.
Hey, you spoil Endgame, you are eternally damned to hella. And that's it. It's over.
Or we'll just snap you out of existence.
Yeah, we can do that. Oh, really? You don't think we can?
You're starting
Ask yourself, do you really want to try?
Do you feel like you're weak right now? Do you feel like you're gonna turn to ash?
Do you feel lucky?
But yeah, but we're losing track. Yeah, so we saw Endgame. How
do we not spoil this movie?
Well, let's try to be as vague as we can.
Okay, that's fair.
But yeah, so as a movie, as the culmination of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. At first, considering how long it was, there were some parts that did drag a little, but all that was forgiven when we hit the climax.
The climax, the character interactions, everything is super detailed. It's amazing.
This movie will make you laugh. It'll make you scream.
This movie will make you feel like, hey, you have a soul. Here you go.
It's gonna make you feel excited, like you're ready to fight. And other times, it will make you cry.
A lot.
A lot. It'll be like when Thanos beat up the Hulk in the last movie. So, it moves enough at a decent enough pace where it's not too fast, but not too slow. Especially, impressive for, a 3-hour movie.
I know, right?
But the right amount where you can understand it. And that is going to be crucial. Because there's a lot that needs to be... There's a lot that they try. They try very hard to make sure that you do not...
that you're not bored.
That you're not bored and you're not confused. And you can follow along just fine. Which is amazing. Because a certain... I'm just going to say a certain plot contrivance is at play, That's my best... That's the only way I can say it without spoiling it. A certain plot contrivance is at play, so that way we can bend the story in our favor.
Yes, because if we really, really try to dissect it, there's no definitive answer, so there you go. Alright? But that's all we're gonna say! Okay? The movie is great! Holy shit! You have a soul! Watch this movie!
Also,
period!
Yeah, go watch this movie.
If you say no, you probably don't watch the Marvel movies, and that's okay.
And also, it's amazing...
JK, I'm looking at you, Marcelo. Marcelo, get out. No, I'm just kidding. I love you, Marcelo.
But also, yeah, the action's pretty good. It doesn't feel too drowned out. A lot of it is very much character-based. There's a lot of talking in this movie.
I mean, yeah, because there's a lot of character interactions.
And there's it's like everybody.
Just like Smash Ultimate, everyone is here!
Mm-hmm. And...
yeah, I think almost damn near everyone is here.
Very much.
Damn near everyone. Holy shit, actually. So, when we say everyone...
we mean everyone.
We mean everyone.
It's like... and also it does feel like a throwback to the last few years. All the way back to Iron Man 1.
Iron Man 1.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. And also, that's also another good thing. It was able to handle so many characters. It was able to handle a 3-hour-long story. Mm-hmm. And, all of this character stuff, the plot contrivance that we're gonna mention later, and also as a culmination of the Marvel Cinematic Universe all the way back to Iron Man 1.
Mm-hmm.
And also, of course, a celebration of just basically, even if you don't read comic books, it's a celebration of the last few years.
If you just keep up with the movies, it's fine.
It's really good.
But to be fair, you're only watching this movie if you've seen most of the Marvel movies.
Yeah, most of the Marvel movies.
You know what I mean? If you haven't,
you all had enough time to do it. You all had enough time to do your homework.
I mean, you know, there's a thing called Netflix. There's a thing called Amazon.
There's all the
fucking called Hulu.
There's also all those very illegal ways you can do it, which we're not going to say.
Don't be a pirate, kid. Arg.
Yeah, don't be a pirate. You know, like, I never, ever did. None of us ever did that. So, anyway. Go see this movie, and we're going to go into spoiler territory.
Alright, so if you don't want spoilers, you stop right now. I swear to God.
We're going to have to say it.
We are not fucking around. This is your last chance. This is officially spoiler territory, okay?
Spoiler territory, guys. You have been warned. We are not responsible if you bitch and moan.
Alright, if you fell asleep, that's your fault. Alright?
We're devoting an entire minute for you to figure out that this is the spoiler territory. This is the spoiler section, okay? Okay, good. You had your minute. So, holy shit, a lot happens in this movie.
So, the first thing we want to talk about, the plot thing, okay, well, obviously this movie picks up after the events of Infinity War, alright? And it does kind of, we see everybody, and they find Thanos, and you're like, holy shit, let's go, and then Thanos just, it's too late. Thanos apparently
destroyed the Infinity Stones.
With the stone, can you do that?
Apparently, I mean...
Can you do that?
I mean, since Scarlet Witch was able to destroy one, so it is possible.
Yeah, that's true, right? It took a shit ton of her power, but yeah, you're right.
And even then, with Thanos, it nearly killed him.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, the only reason why I asked that is because Thanos doesn't have, like, magic abilities. You know what I mean?
But he still has, you know...
He's a strong-ass character. Don't get me wrong.
But obviously he used the power of the gems on themselves.
Yeah.
You know, just basically make them blow up.
Which I'm wondering how he did that, but, you know, I buy it.
You know, just basically snap the stones out of existence.
I mean, yeah. Which took a lot out of him, and...
Which, of course, gave away his position.
Yep. And what ended up happening, Avengers showed up, they saw an almost dead Thanos, and...
They bodied him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he died. Like, Thanos got executed. Thor executed that man.
This movie knew how to really subvert expectations. We thought, you know, with all with the trailers and everything, we thought, okay, they're gonna make a last stand against Thanos, even though he has ultimate power.
Yeah, that's the one thing I want to say about this movie. This movie, you don't know where it goes.
Exactly.
It's kind of unpredictable. Some of the stuff you can see, and some of it, like the stuff that happens later on, makes sense that you can kind of predict. But for the most part, throughout the storyline, holy shit.
I mean, if it were me, I would have shown more how Thanos is, you know, killing half the universe was not practical in any way. Although we do see a little bit of it, that humanity is not only mourning, we see it's not exactly thriving.
Yeah.
Like, there's still crime. There's still crime cartels taking advantage of all the confusion. Mm-hmm. And also, there aren't as many people helping out. I mean, we saw the streets where Ant-Man was walking through. This place looks like a mess. This looks more than just 50%,
which,
guys.
Which, by the way, after they kill Thanos, the story jumps forward 5 years.
Yeah,
okay?
5 years.
5 whole years, okay?
And I think that really does help give off the fact that this is not... what Thanos did is not really helping.
Yeah, Thanos... Yep. That shows that... I really appreciate that, because it's a long time jump that really, like you said, shows, like, what the effects of Thanos' actions really did.
I would have liked it if it was emphasized a little bit more, but, you know, because I'm very sure there are a whole bunch of people that are going to think, oh, Thanos was right, it's peaceful and whatnot.
Not really.
Not really. There's still crime and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you know, we could argue. I could give off a whole spiel about it, but you know, there have already been videos on how Thanos was fucking wrong, and this movie also proves that. And also, Carol did say what's happening on Earth is happening across the rest of the universe.
Yep.
And you know, everybody is, even 5 years, people are still affected by it. People are still in mourning.
I mean, of course, like
half the planet is gone.
I mean, the one thing that like Captain America even said is that like. Sure, you tell people to move on, right? But it's hard. I mean, people lose a piece of themselves along the way. So.
And also, how many kids were like left on their own, like Cassie? I bet she had to do so much just to survive.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, you know, Thanos.
Anyway, so back to story.
Back to story.
So Scott Lang comes out of the
of his little van.
He comes out of the quantum universe, right? Via convenience of a rat.
Of a rat just fucking around with the devices in his
yes.
in his.
So he comes out, all right, and it was like, holy shit, okay.
It's 5 years.
So supposedly he didn't know 5 years had passed
for him
because in quantum realm,
it was like 5 hours.
Yeah, quantum realm time was differently.
Different universe, different physical laws, which also explains how he wasn't affected by Thanos' little snap.
Yeah. It also explains why what's-her-name was still alive.
Ooh, again?
Him's wife.
Oh yeah. The whole quantum realm thingy.
Yes, Him's wife.
That we had last time with Ant-Man. So let's see what else. So the contrivance I talk about, they use the quantum realm and how time is not normal over there. That we could indeed use it to travel through time.
And this is where, if you're one person, you're like, ooh, but if you're the other person, you're like, oh god. Alright? So now, thankfully,
it does establish its own rules.
Thankfully it does. Okay? The one rule they say is the actions you take in the past will not affect the present. Okay?
But you still, you know, don't just take anything. You know, we don't want to risk it. But
I mean,
but yeah,
I mean,
it's a means to get around, you know, the usual problems with time travel. I mean, we still had to send we still had to send the stones back to where they were.
Of course, because that's a magical thing. Because in the dark magical fortress will be like, the stones are here, let's go fuck things up.
It's more like...
But I mean, to be fair, it's like, they did actually say at one point that by taking the stones and returning them, right, it was like they never left.
Exactly.
Which is a big deal.
I wouldn't say that it's just a dark magical forces thing, it's more like, it creates a tangent.
Yes.
It'll create a tangent universe. I mean, obviously they were looking at through their, you know, their normal lens of how time works, but... you know, the ancient one, Miss I forgot her first name, Hilda Swinton? The one that played the Grandmaster of the Ancient One in Doctor Strange. She said, they thought, oh, whatever we do will not affect the future. You're wrong. It probably will. By taking the stones, especially something as powerful as those, out of their normal time stream, it will affect the future. It will create a tangent. My reality will be destroyed. But, yeah, but we still... It's... Again, it's a contrivance to try and work around the usual problems with time travel. Still, of course they should not have talked to their past selves, just in case.
Yeah, but regardless, they set that one rule, and period. No more other things, okay? And we appreciate that. Because you have good time travel stories and you have bad time travel stories.
But of course, they call out the fact that, oh, just because you changed something in the past, that doesn't mean doesn't mean things will be okay in the future. Like you're gonna fuck everything up that way.
Speaking of, just want to rewind a little bit before that. One thing I love is that the character interaction movie is S tier. And the one thing I want to say is that even 5 years past, we see how everybody is affected. We see our main cast on how everyone's affected. We've seen Natasha looking for
just ways to
she's looking for Jeremy Renner. She's looking for Hawkeye, who is now Ronan.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's trying to coordinate, you know, with everybody who's everybody who's left who are trying to stabilize the situation.
There's there's Captain America. Captain America is just
counseling people.
Yep, which to me is like the sweetest thing.
Yeah,
That's the sweetest thing.
I mean,
yeah,
he's the nice guy. He's the nice guy of the group.
Hulk is being Hulk.
Just being himself.
He kind of realized that like Hulk isn't really a bad guy. So him and Hulk got along, and they both
they share the same body.
They equally share the body now.
They share the same body equally now.
Yeah. So
basically, you have a Hulk, but Banner's voice is coming out of him.
It's like halfway transformed. So there you go.
And he's smiling.
And
he's taking selfies with kids.
He tells the kids to dab. That's it. The Hulk has got to die. Where's General Ross? The Hulk's got to die. Call up General Ross.
Again, there's so much that happens in this movie, even very much character-wise. And
right. Oh yeah, that's right. Speaking of, that reminds me, Tony Stark got the lucky end of the stick.
Yeah, he got the lucky end of the stick. That he and Pepper had a child, and they're trying to make the best of what they can with it.
They have a normal life.
But of course, I think that's pretty much.
Whereas, oh my gosh, remember at the start of the movie did Hawkeye dirty. Holy.
Yeah.
Oh, Hawkeye's whole family got wiped. Oh man.
It's like, hey, we're forgetting one other Avenger. Oh yeah, sure, Hawkeye. That's like, oh no, it's like the Thanos snap didn't hurt you still? Okay, let's do it again. No.
Here's your whole family. Like my man's whole family got dusted. Holy shit, the whole family.
When I saw that happen to Hawkeye, I just flicked off the screen.
I was like,
fuck you.
Yo, he's like that. I mean, to be fair, he has to become Ronin one way or another, right? That makes sense.
Yeah.
And I saw that, I was just like, wow, you didn't even give him one. You give him his wife, or you give him one kid. You took everybody.
I mean, let's see, what else? Okay, the opening how the heck did they find Tony?
I'm pretty sure.
Like, was it because Captain Marvel was just searching for him?
How they found Tony? I'm pretty sure like they always knew where Tony was. You know what I mean?
Or maybe they were just tracking him. They were in his compound using his tech. Maybe they tracked him via the helmet.
Who knows? The point is that I'm pretty sure.
Oh wait, Rocket's with them. He could probably just find the dang ship.
Yeah. No, the weird thing is like is that I figured they just found Tony because either A, the plot demanded it, or B, the fact that they were.
Tony's lucky that he was.
I just figured, like, you know, after the whole, like, Tony came back, Tony's, like, half dead when he came back.
Yeah, right? I mean, pretty sure Nebula would be able to survive, but holy crap.
Tony has seen better days. And to be fair, hey, he's been lost in space for
and he was just wailed on by Thanos.
Yeah.
And he's in a ship with Gamora, which I'm surprised they were able to get along. Playing...
Nebula.
I mean, Nebula.
God damn it.
Like, he was in a ship with Nebula.
Yep.
And they're just playing...
I mean, you gotta do something, right?
Just playing... Well, what is it called? Paper football?
It's paper football, yeah.
Yeah, paper football. It's like, that's so adorable. It's like... I love how these movies remember their tone. Like, we're still watching a lighthearted movie. But that first opening...
Oh, man, but it's so good, because it's like, both sides of the spectrum are here. You got the usual Marvel funny, and you got Thanos getting his head fucking cut off on screen. Like, we got... both sides of the it's like, dude.
Well, it's not that gory. I mean, sure, there's blood on
I mean, man, I won't lie, it's not Mortal Kombat level.
Obviously, but it
was pretty good, you know what I mean?
I mean, everybody wanted to do that to Thanos. But of course, Thor had to. He had to go for the head.
Yep. And he got his one-liner in, so worth.
So, yeah, the opening stuff with Tony and Hawkeye.
Yeah, Tony didn't want to help at first,
stuff, the 5-year thing.
Yeah, but so Tony didn't want to help at first after the 5-year thing. He found he had a good life and whatever.
Yeah,
and then Tony, the thing is, he's gonna be he's a thinker. He's gonna be up at night, so he figured out time travel. Tony Stark is so smart that not only can he repair the ship on the fly, but he can also figure out time travel. All right.
Because the plot demanded it. Well, to be fair, it's like
he scienced that shit.
He scienced the shit.
But Tony is a fucking genius, okay? So he decides, you know what, I'll help the guys out because Pepper convinces him, like, hey, you can make everything right. So he meets the team again. He meets the old team.
Well, but first.
Oh, that's right.
But first.
It's right. You're right. Go for it.
But first off, like I like how they set that up for Tony, that he has the better end of the stick.
Yes.
That it kind of sets him up for his arc, which is pretty much his overall arc, where he was the carefree, careless. I don't care if if I sell weapons, I'm making profit. Playboy kind of guy.
Yep.
To someone who is willing to risk everything to make things right, to save everybody who is not as lucky as him.
Mm-hmm.
Which, yeah, I am very happy, even despite what happened in the end. But it's a good arc for him.
I agree.
So, of course, we have to address New Asgard.
That's what I was going to get to next, actually. I was going to talk about what happened to Thor. Oh, man, I'm sad.
Well,
Thor went from being the MVP in Infinity War, but somebody got to get nerfed, right? It's always somebody, dude. And
so Thor, this is what Thor looks like.
Thor got bodied. Oh, my God. He's a drunkard. He's a drunkard.
So basically, he and the... some Asgardian survivors. I don't know how that worked. Maybe there were escape pods in that ship, and some of them got away, like Valkyrie and Korg and Mig. That's the only way I can.
Perhaps.
And also, we didn't see them in.
We didn't see them die.
Yeah, we didn't see them die on the ship.
So there you go. But yeah, the handful of Asgardians that lived have a new Asgard, but it's just a beach town.
Mm-hmm.
And Valkyrie leads the people, while Thor, who has basically blamed himself for everything that's happened to his people, is basically regretting it. He's a drunkard. He stays at home. He's a couch potato.
He only comes out once a month for supplies.
And then we more alcohol.
We see barrels of beer.
Yep, beer. Wow.
And then when you go into his house, we see Mig and Korg just eating pizza and playing Fortnite.
Hey man, Avengers. The Avengers update is coming. All right, that's why they got that advertisement in there. Okay, hey man, there you go.
But
Fortnite.
the crowning moment of that scene was seeing Thor. Like, oh my gosh, what happened to your god bod? He's a beer belly and everything.
My man looked like the guy from Castaway, bro.
It's like, are you Radagast? Oh no. Gavolstagg, one of the Warriors 3, the big guy, the redhead. Okay. It's like, am I looking at Gavolstagg right now?
I'm telling you right now, who are people gonna know, Gavolstagg or the guy from Castaway when he came back? Pretty sure the guy from Castaway.
It's like, oh my gosh, Thor.
But yeah, he looked really bad. Oh,
and obviously that was CGI, but still, his belly, it jiggled.
Yeah.
No, really, you can see
That's
it.
what we're gonna point out is that. Oh my god. No, but for real though, that's what happened to Thor.
So, but of course, he still keeps that gut throughout the entire movie.
Really
and we get to see drunk Thor throughout half of it. And so. And it's a good thing that Tony actually did come, because we screwed around with Ant-Man's timeline.
First, we put time through Ant-Man, and he ended up getting younger and older, and all these things.
I think someone peed my suit.
Basically, the Hulk doesn't know how to do time travel, but Tony Stark does.
It's like, we're not 100% sure. Don't worry, we're okay. And then we mess around with his age, like, oh my gosh, I think someone peed my suit. I don't know if it was baby me or older me. Okay, from experience, just pray that it was baby you. Seriously, just pray that it was baby you. And it's a good thing they didn't show us the image of the baby getting sucked back into the portal. Oh my gosh.
Well, anyway.
But yeah.
So, Tony Stark gives them the formula, and this sets up for the whole thing. They figure out where the stones are. They sit down and have a meeting. Basically, they have a bunch of meetings. They figure out where the stones are.
Basically, what a lot of us do, like obsess over continuity.
Yes.
Take notes over continuity.
Where are the stones at this time? Where are they at this time? Where are they at this time? And sure enough, they figure it out, like where the stones are and whatnot. And they send different teams after them. They figured out that 3 stones are in New York in 2012.
And it's better
that was the Space Stone, the Mind Stone, and the Time Stone.
And I love throughout the entire time that Rock is just condescending to them.
Everybody, yes, because that's his character.
It's like, hey, you may be you're only a genius on Earth. Hey, look, it's like a puppy dog that wants to go
that wants to go to space. You want to go to space, little puppy? Go to space. Oh my god.
And of course, it's only timelines that they are familiar with.
Yes. So, I mean, unless you're like, unless you're Natasha and what's his name?
Well, that's why they have Nebula.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But I mean, that's true. That's like a 3-man team.
And of course, Cap and his crew.
Cap.
They go back.
Yeah. So
right to
Cap, Hulk, and Tony Stark all go to New York.
And Ant-Man.
Yeah, and Ant-Man, and they all go to Avengers 1.
And this is what we mean by like it's a culmination of the last few years. It's a trip down memory lane.
Mm-hmm. So they go to Avengers 1, the big fight scene in Avengers 1. Okay.
And the movie still looks good.
Yep. So Nebula, Rhodes, right?
Rhodes.
Nebula and Rhodes are waiting for Star-Lord to show up so they can nab his gear and take the Power Stone.
And it's a good thing he has not met them yet.
Yeah. So those two are doing that. And at the same time,
Natasha and Hawkeye
they go to the same place as Rhodes and Nebula, but they have a separate thing, which was to go to
get the Soul Stone.
And I think it's Jotunheim.
It's something with an M.
Well, I don't remember, but the point is they're getting the Soul Stone. Okay.
It's a good thing that they were the ones getting the Soul Stone.
That's all 3. That's 6, right? Mind Stone is in New York.
And they also deduced that there were 3 stones in New York all at the same time.
Yes. The Mind Stone's in New York. So those 3 are the case. Mind, Power, Space, or not Mind, Time, Space were all in New York.
Yeah, and apparently
right, the Reality Stone. Right,
Thor and Asgard.
Thor and Rocket were sent back to the second Thor movie that we like to forget.
Well, it is a very forgettable movie.
Yeah, that we like to forget, but they're sent to Thor 2 to get a strand of...
they're basically getting it to extract the...
Yeah.
And to think that in the second movie, they were trying to figure out how to get it out of her.
Yeah, right.
And yet, all it took was Rocket with a syringe.
I mean, it's a space syringe.
A space syringe.
Does that count?
To extract...
And also, it's nice to see Natalie Portman, because Natalie Portman is fine as hell.
And of course, Thor gets some development too.
Okay.
Where he gets to see his mom again.
He sees his mom. Oh, man. And, like, his mom instantly knew, like, hey, you're not the Thor I know. What are you doing? I know you're from the future. I hung around with witches, bro. What are you doing?
And it's like... And... You know, it's just very touching. Like, you may feel like a failure, but, you know, the only way you can succeed is being you.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Rocky gets chased out by a bunch of Asgardian guards. And of course, before they say goodbye, it's like, bye, dear, eat a salad.
Yeah. The other thing, too, is that Thor calls upon the Mjolnir in that time, and it's just to see if he's worthy, and he was still worthy.
I wonder if the Thor of that time period got freaked out when his hammer
the Thor of that period is probably doing something. Well, he's just like doing whatever. But like, to be fair, it's not gone very long. Time travel. So.
I hope it was when it was away from his person, because holy shit, he's gonna be confused.
Yeah.
It's like, where the hell did my hammer go?
But there you go.
It's like, guys.
So, the only operation that goes smoothly is that one.
Is that one, and...
Oh, yeah. Time Stone 2. Time Stone goes smoothly because what happens with Time Stone is...
Hulk meets the Ancient One.
Yeah, Hulk meets the Ancient One.
Which kind of answers the question, where was the Ancient One when the whole Avengers 1 movie was happening?
She was on the roof.
She was on the roof. She was still defending the Sanctum.
Yeah.
But only just the Sanctum.
Yes, that's it. Just the Sanctum specifically, nothing else. Because it's not her job to get involved.
And also, that the Sanctum is her priority. And also, she's still trying to keep a low profile.
Yes.
While at the same time, still protecting the stone.
Yeah, so Hulk goes smoothly, gets the Time Stone from the Ancient One.
And of course he thinks he can take it from her.
Yeah, it's like, listen,
so,
I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this either. The man doesn't know a thing or two about magical.
And then she just pushes him out of his body.
The
just
Doctor Strange all over again.
It's like, okay, where's your science now?
Yeah, right. So, Hulk goes smoothly. Then the other one, everyone fucks up everything else.
Yeah, it's like, only 2 missions went okay. Everything else was fucked up.
Actually, Power Stone gets a little fucked. We'll go to Power Stone later.
Actually, what happened with the Power Stone?
Yeah, I know what happened.
Oh, wait, yeah, the Power Stone was with Nebula.
We'll go with that later, because that's long, okay? But we'll go over how they fucked up the space and the Mind Stone.
So, the Mind Stone... So, the Tesseract and Loki's staff, you think it would go well.
Nope.
It did not.
They fuck everything up.
You were all distracted by Cap's ass.
That's not what happened.
I know, but...
In Julius's crazy fanfic world, that's what happened.
It's the movie that's doing it.
Okay, the movie does say that is the ass of America, which I won't lie. Yup.
It's like, sorry, Boy Scout, but that suit is not doing anything for your ass. We pan to his ass, and then Ant-Man is like, sir, I don't know what you're talking about, but that is the ass of America. You know, Ant-Man, you can just say it. You do love that ass.
He does.
That you do have a man... Seriously, he has a big-ass man crush on Captain America.
He has a wife, calm down. Oh, he has an ex-wife. Wait, no, he has a lover. Yeah, he has a lover. Shut up. Well,
I know.
I mean, hey, you see a dude with a good ass, you're like, alright, you know what? That guy,
and it's Captain America.
I mean,
and even Cap himself commented on
okay, well, hold on. Okay, we'll get to that.
But we'll get to that. But
all
yeah,
right, so
we think it would go well.
Yeah, so everything happens literally after Avengers 1 concludes. Like, literally seconds after it concludes.
Like, we see the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, S.H.I.E.L.D., but, you know, they're Hydra.
The Hydra sealed people, alright? Like, we see all of them.
Now, Tony was able to get the Tesseract away from them for a bit.
Just for indirectly, kind of. Well, see, Tony's whole job was that he was supposed to get Ant-Man over to them to basically track the Tesseract and eventually just get a sample of it and be good. Or just get the Tesseract itself. So, what happened...
also, Cap's own was to get the Loki staff.
Yes. So, what ended up happening in Tony's end was they fucked up. Okay? So, the game plan was to make the Tony Stark in that timeline
have a small heart attack.
Yep, to drop the case and he would pick it up and walk away.
By having Ant-Man screw with the arc reactor, because in this time, that's the only thing keeping Tony alive.
Yes. So, he drops the case. The present Tony Stark picks it up, and as he's about to leave,
boom!
Boom! Hulk comes down the stairs. Because they told Hulk to take the stairs. Hulk got mad. He took the stairs.
Dang it, Tony.
And so, he dropped the case popped open, Loki picks up the Tesseract, and boom, he's out. The Tesseract was never to be seen again.
It's like, well, we screwed that up.
And what also happened, right? So, how Cap screws up.
His own.
He doesn't screw it up, actually, he does that one fine. But how he kind of screws up was he gets in the elevator with the S.H.I.E.L.D. / Hydra agents.
It's kind of like the scene.
Yeah, it's like the
scene with Winter Soldier.
It's the exact same scene, and he tells them, "Listen, I'm taking point for this. I got told these orders, right?"
Well, we're gonna have to call, you know, the higher ups.
Yeah, don't worry about it, all right? And like, there's so much tension. You're like, is it gonna happen again? What's gonna happen, right? And all he does is pull over the main guy, like the main bad guy from Winter Soldier, and he tells him, "Hail Hydra."
And everyone in
the theater was like, yo.
Like, even if you
They made the meme come true, though.
So I'm just gonna assume Secret Invasion was made as an experiment for just this one
scene.
Just for this one scene.
And whether it was or not, it was hilarious.
It was hilarious.
It was funny as hell because because to me, either Secret Invasion made for that, right? Or they're just poking fun at Secret Invasion. Which, either way, it's great.
But, yeah, they either were so scared that they were found out, or...
I swear to you, the thought process was, yo, we gotta do this.
We have to do this.
And somebody was trying to say no, but they looked at it, like both the Russell boys looked at each other like, yeah!
You have to...
We have to
do it somehow.
We have to meme, and they did.
This has been a meme for years already.
Yes. And so that's how. Sure enough, they give Cap the staff. Nobody asks him shit.
Either they were so scared that they were found out by Captain America, or
they were just like, "Yo, he's a Hydra agent. Oh,
like he's one of us."
Here you go. Yep. But then since
remember, this is still the Avengers 1.
Yeah. So since Tony Stark and Ant-Man fucked up, all right. They see Loki's gone. Everyone's on alert. They assume there's a breach, and they think that the Captain America, the present day Captain America, not the one in the past, is Loki, because he's a duplicate, right? And the past Cap meets future Cap, and they fight each other.
And it was awesome.
It was great.
Just seeing both their shields clash. And of course, future Cap wins by using, Loki's stick to subdue him.
Actually, it wasn't that. Before that, he tells the past Cap that Bucky is alive, and he's like, "What?" And
boom!
And then Loki staff to the face.
Hopefully, I'm very sure he won't remember that.
Yeah. And what ends up happening is he grabs the staff, takes a good look at his ass, and says, "That is the ass of America."
Yep. Even Cap has to admire his own butt.
There you go.
Even Captain America has to admire the ass of America, which is his.
Yes. So, after fucking up the Space Stone, they all meet together.
Mm-hmm.
They tell
Ant-Man to go back.
With the Mind Stone.
With the Mind Stone. Okay, so Cap's own at the very least panned out.
Yeah.
But they still have to get the Space Stone somehow, since we have no idea where Loki is, and they only have one jump per person.
Yep. So what they decided to do is they decided to go back in the 70s, when Howard Stark was running ops and whatnot, and was working with the Hydra professor.
And also where Hank Pym was still working for Stark.
Yes. And this was all in one place, which was the base in Winter Soldier. And they went back to 1970.
Actually, no, this was not the same base. This was
wasn't it the same base?
I'm not sure. Maybe it could have been.
I thought it was. Yeah, I thought the bunker looked the same, because I thought it was the reason why he knew, right, was because I remember, because I watched Winter Soldier recently, right, was that the barracks and something else were too close to each other, and it wasn't standard protocol.
But also at the same time, apparently they said that this was the birthplace of Captain America. Like, that's what the sign said. It was a facility. This was the facility where Captain America was.
Remember, they did experiments on what's his name first, Red Skull first.
Right.
And they made the Super Soldier Serum probably in there too.
And of course, conveniently, the two things that they were looking for, the Tesseract and Pym particles that will get them home, were both conveniently in the same place.
Yeah.
And of course, this we said that there were a lot of character moments, so Tony sees his dad.
Oh, Tony interacts with his dad, and his dad is talking about how Tony himself is going to be born soon, but they don't know if it, they haven't decided on a name or anything yet. You know what I mean?
So basically, in a way, Tony and him both have a heart-to-heart about, how they both have kids, and they're not sure if they can be good dads or anything.
Yep.
Or, basically Howard Stark is scared that he's going to have a kid, and he's not sure if he's confident enough to have one.
Mm-hmm.
And that Tony gives him advice on how to be a dad, because Tony has his own kid.
Yep. So they have a serious heart-to-heart, and it's great.
And it kind of gives Tony closure, because, he hated his dad.
Yep. The other thing, too, is that Captain America sees the love of his life again.
Peggy.
He doesn't interact with Peggy, alright? But he sees her, and it's just, oh man.
And I'm very sure that was like a one-way glass.
Yeah. But regardless,
and she has not aged in 30 years.
She looks good. You kidding me? She looks hella good.
And of course, we're always going to harp back at the fact that he never had his dance with her. We'll get to that.
But
conveniently, they had both things they needed were conveniently there. Again, this is a huge-ass contrivance, but it works.
No, it makes sense because it's established in Winter Soldier that Hank Pym, or not...
Oh, no, in the whole... Okay, I'm just talking about the whole time travel thing.
I mean, that's true. But the thing I'm trying to bring up, right, is that it's established... They pre-established this, right?
Yeah.
That Winter Soldier, that Professor, what's his name?
Hank Pym.
No, not Pym. The Hydra professor, the short guy, Zolad, I think his name is, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that he and Howard Stark were working together because
Yep.
there were photos of them working together in like the same place. So
basically, conveniently,
that,
everything they needed was there.
We all know that Pym was Ant-Man for a long time before he retired because the thing that happened with the subatomic thing with his wife. So there you go.
And then the other mission that gets fucked up is the one with Nebula and Rhodes.
Okay.
Now that was kind of
okay. Let's take that. Do you want to talk about Soul Stone first or Power Stone first?
Soul Stone.
Actually, do Soul Stone first because it'll tie into the end.
So with the Soul Stone thing, it doesn't necessarily get messed up. It's just it goes not the way we want.
Because we all know Soul Stone is somebody's gotta die.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Wait, how are they gonna? Oh.
And how they did, and like they both wanted to die for each other, so they somewhat fight. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, one tries to gain the upper hand, or Natasha tries to get the upper hand over Clint. Clint tries to fight back, without hurting each other, of course. And they both struggle, and like you really just don't know who's gonna die. Like it's crazy how like close everything is. When eventually eventually Natasha decides that she's the one that's gonna die, and Clint decides to let her go.
Yeah. And there we have the first death in the movie. Aside from Thanos.
About to be like Thanos killed a lot of people.
Aside from Thanos.
Thanos died?
Yeah, but we have the first main character death in the movie.
Thanos is the protagonist. No, I'm just kidding. No, but seriously, yeah. So that's a huge spoiler. Natasha Romanoff dies.
So
straight up can't come back.
Now the critique of the last movie was that the whole thing with Gamora, that basically she got fridged to further Thanos and Peter Quill's characters. Basically killing off a female character for the sake of other protagonists.
Yes.
But here it felt a little bit better because you weren't sure who was going to die.
Oh, it was so good just watching them both just struggle because they both want to die for each other.
And also we see Natasha that she just really wants to, because she doesn't have much to live for, or she doesn't have anything, so she's the one with the least amount to lose.
Mm-hmm. Whereas if the mission succeeds, Hawkeye gets his family back.
It's like tell my family I love them. No, you can tell them yourself.
Yep. So Natasha dies, and she can't come back. All right. They say, "Hey, no coming back. Period. You're dead." So we get the Soul Stone that way. That's how that ends.
And of course, Hulk is very broken up about it.
I mean, he finds out later. Everyone finds out later. Okay? But, back to story. Okay? So, Power Stone. Okay? Power Stone also kind of gets fucked up. I say kinda. Gets fucked up enough. Alright, so...
It's like, we get the stone, but something goes wrong.
Yeah, I'd say the first thing I want to mention is that they get to see Chris Pratt dancing. Like, it's that moment of how you feel with the headphones on and how you actually look.
And you look like you
look like an idiot.
Like, to yourself, you seem like you're in a music video. But to the outside world, you're
like
an idiot.
dumb. And so, they knock out
Peter.
They steal his equipment, use it to get the Power Stone. And they get the Power Stone relatively smoothly.
And Rhodes goes back to the future, but Nebula
doesn't.
Because apparently, since...
Okay, so past Nebula and future Nebula are... Like, let me put this in layman's. This is the bare bones terms for you. They're basically hooked up to the same Wi-Fi network.
Basically sharing the same network, which is a bit of a stretch, but we'll bite.
I buy it. I mean, it makes sense. And then it's like, since they're both sharing the same thing...
they apparently...
Past Nebula was able to see future Nebula, what she was doing. And so, by that... thing, past Nebula still low to Thanos. So Thanos uses that information, gets dragged in, knows what happens in the future and whatnot, and so they
capture future Nebula
and replace her with past Nebula. So past Nebula goes to the future. All right, or to the present, I should say.
Goes to the present and then uses their little time travel thing
to bring Thanos and his goons
to the future.
But before that happens, all right, slightly before that happens, obviously we get all the Infinity Stones.
Right.
Okay? Tony Stark's a genius. He makes a gauntlet to wield the Infinity.
I mean, what else did you expect a gauntlet?
I mean, yeah, that's fair. But I want to try to make curious.
It's still cool though, and also it's form-fitting.
Yes. So he does that. Yeah. And of course, they have to decide on who's going to wield the gauntlet.
They go with, you would think, oh, maybe Thor because he's a god, but I don't think he's in the right state of mind right now.
He really wasn't. So Hulk decides, I'll do it, and the reason why is because most of the radiation that comes out the gauntlet is
gamma radiation. And, probably this should not kill him, but it could have.
Yeah.
Basically, it's infinite power.
Mm-hmm. So, Hulk wields the gauntlet.
And he
almost dies.
Almost dies. We had to put up, radiation shielding all around the room,
yes,
all around the building.
He almost died, but he gets the snap off. Everyone's back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? At least everyone, minus the people who can't come back.
Right.
Right.
Basically everybody that was taken away from the first snap.
Yes, so he undoes Thanos' snap, which is important.
But, of course, at the same time, Thanos is brought into the present.
Yes, because Nebula brought Thanos into the present.
And of course, when you think everything's great and wonderful, lasers are coming from the sky.
Yeah, again, Nebula didn't just bring Thanos, she brought Thanos' ship, his main ship, all his goons, everything. Okay?
And they are raining hell.
On the Avengers base in New York. Or in New York.
Or based at the facility.
I forget where. But the point is that raining hell. So what's happening is...
We are buried under a lot of rubble, and they are nearly killed.
Yeah, a lot of them are nearly killed, but everyone lives because the power of plot compels you. All right.
And they are trying to keep the gauntlet away from Thanos as much as possible.
Yes.
Because that's why he came to the future. Because now he has a way of getting the stones
all in one place. They're collected for him.
Mm-hmm. Which, again.
So, the three people that are sent to fight Thanos are Captain America, Thor,
and Iron Man.
Yes, the three people. Meanwhile, Hawkeye
is trying to fight for his life and trying to run away from Thanos' dogs.
Yes, so he has the gauntlet too. So Hawkeye found the gauntlet. Past Gamora and present-day Nebula have to fight, or not really fight, but interact with past Nebula, and they have to subdue her, which is very short. While this is going on, Rocket, Ant-Man, and Rhodes are all trying to survive underground, along with the Hulk.
And the Hulk just basically got injured, and he's holding up a whole bunch of rubble.
With one hand.
Yep.
Okay. And so, the fight between Captain America, Iron Man,
that was
Thor.
lit.
So first up, Thor not only has Stormbreaker, but he has Mjolnir too. He has both of the... Holy shit.
I mean, of course, when he brought it with him, this was going to be a thing.
Yeah, so of course they do all their, a bunch of team attacks and whatnot. It's an astounding, visually amazing fight.
Which, again, is like a callback to the past movies. Remember when Cap's armor got supercharged by Thor?
Yep.
And basically, yeah, let's do that. Thor, give me a bolt. Give me a jolt. Hit me. He uses both Stormbreaker and Mjolnir to charge up
Iron Man. Jeez. So that fight's amazing. Okay, and then what's happening is Thanos is smart. Thanos 3v1s, knocks out Iron Man. All right, brings Thor to his knees, is about to impale him with Stormbreaker, and the hammer of Mjolnir starts levitating, and Captain America wields Mjolnir.
He is worthy, and Thor's like, I knew it.
It's amazing. Which, by the way, that actually happens. Which is awesome. So you get to see...
Naturally, Thor...
It's like, you sit there and you're like, what is Captain America gonna do? And my man just starts levitating Mjolnir.
Because when you start seeing the fight, it's like, oh, Cap's not doing that much with his shield. But then he gets to have the hammer.
He does combo moves. He is so good. But the thing is that he's still mortal.
Of course, but still, even just for a mortal, wow.
Yes.
And he even gets to wield the lightning. That was awesome.
So, the thing is, though, Thanos is mad strong.
He's
brings down Cap too.
He knocks Mjolnir out of his hand, but still, holy fuck.
Yeah, that's my highlight of the movie, like easily that. But then, all right, Cap's almost down and out. He gets back up. He sees Thanos' whole army just come down from the sky, and he's like, "Shit, what do I do?"
Oh, of course, to emphasize how dire the situation is, Thanos was able to slash and break Cap's shield.
So there you go. Shield's in half. All right, and then Cap hears, "Hey, Cap, come in on your left."
And then portals start opening up. Oh,
and we get everyone back all at once. Everyone except Captain Marvel, because she comes later. All right, but everyone is here, and we have a giant, epic conclusion. All right, or epic battle that lasts like a solid.
We see Wakandan soldiers and T'Challa, and when I saw him again, it's like my king,
the king,
our king,
the king,
and I started crying because not only are we seeing Wakanda, we are seeing new Asgard. We are seeing Asgardian soldiers and Valkyrie come through with a Pegasus.
Yep. We see all the monks,
all the sorcerers from Doctor Strange.
Like we have actually.
We see Wong.
We see literally everyone. Literally everyone.
We see Shuri.
We see Bucky.
We see Bucky.
Bucky hype.
And of course, Doctor Strange brings the Guardians of the Galaxy with them.
Yep. They bring everybody.
Everybody. It was so awesome, and I started crying.
Yep. We had giant Ant-Man.
Yes!
We had giant Ant. We had actually everything you could ever want. Okay?
And of course, Spidey too. And oh my!
And Pepper Potts is there.
And Pepper
And you figure, what the fuck's Pepper Potts gonna do?
She's in the Invincible Iron Man outfit.
Holy shit! That made me lose my shit. I'm not gonna lie. That made me lose my fucking mind.
Like, remember the time when she took down the Mandarin? Like, that level of badassery where she was able to kill him?
Yeah.
Now she has a suit.
She has a suit.
And remember when Tony said that your mom never wears anything I buy for her?
Well, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
That's what he meant. And she did.
And they get to fight alongside each other. That was so cool.
Yeah, so there you go. You get everything you want in this grand finale. Like, holy shit. And then, like, Thanos starts, he says, fuck it, I'm losing. And, like, also, yeah, we get to see, okay, so another one of my highlights is we get to see Elizabeth Olsen pissed off. And it's one of the most frightening things I have ever seen. I have never been so scared for my life, ever. Like, listen, honey, we've had words. We've had plenty of words. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Here's the thing. When Brie Larson gets mad at you, she probably just punched you in the face. She just goes about her day. But when Elizabeth Olsen gets mad at you, you die.
She's going to step on you.
She's
going to smash you.
She's going to kill you.
It's Scarlet Witch. She's basically like, you took everything from me. I don't even know you.
Yeah.
You will.
Oh.
She gets payback. She gets to wail on him.
He gets to wail on Thanos. And so Thanos is like, fuck it, rain down everything. So he commands the ship to fire everything at the ground.
Because it looks like Scarlet Witch was going to tear him apart.
Yep. And what ends up happening is the ships are firing at the ground. Then they realize, hey, we gotta fire something that's more important come from the sky. Enter Captain Marvel about fucking time. Like, holy shit.
It's like, what are the ships shooting at?
And Captain Marvel's apparently so strong, she just one-shots the ship. Like, who fucking cares?
It's like, we saw her take down a ship that size before.
True. But yeah, so, there you go. She one-shots the ship. The goons are still fighting and whatnot. There's still a lot of fighting going on. And everyone's throwing around playing hot potato with the gauntlet.
Now, of course, when Captain Marvel came in and destroyed Thanos' ship, all I could say was, smile at this, motherfuckers. Because everybody was complaining about how she doesn't smile. Smile at this, motherfuckers.
I love her. What do you mean?
No, really, there was a problem with people had an issue with the fact that she wasn't smiling.
We'll talk about it later, but the point I'm trying to make right now is that Captain Marvel kicks ass. And then the waifu squad shows up. All the waifus. They kick ass. Alright?
But of course, just everything here, man. Everybody, we get to see everybody kick ass. We get to see Shuri, we get to see Okoye, we get to see Valkyrie.
Everybody is
Wasp. All of the female heroes.
Everybody kicks ass. And then what ends up happening is They find out like what to do.
They're playing hot potato with it, and the girls are basically keeping him away from it.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Yeah, so eventually they figure out a game plan, which is to put the gauntlet back, put all the stones back, which is to turn on the time machine and whatnot. Thanos destroys the time machine.
It's like, does anyone see an ugly brown van? Yes! Then Valkyrie spots it. Yeah, but you're not gonna like where it's parked.
So, upon doing all these things, Thanos destroys the van. Okay, so the time machine's gone. Okay, so he destroys the van, and so
Captain
and
Marvel,
the gauntlet is in play. All right, the gauntlet is in play for anyone to pick it up. Okay.
Captain Marvel, Thor, and Captain America, they try their best to keep him away from it.
Yeah, but he gets to put on the gauntlet. Okay, and it's like before he can snap his fingers, Brie Larson comes back, fights my man while he has the full gauntlet,
actually bending his hand,
and my man has to remove the Power Stone
just to blast her
and hit her in the face with it. And I'm like, holy shit! Okay, listen, we had words.
But so the fact that he had to get that desperate just to fight her off.
Yep. So he put the stone back. Iron Man makes one last ditch effort, and while Thanos was unaware, steals all the stones, okay, all at once, and wields them himself.
And to be fair, it's Tony's gauntlet.
No, I mean to be fair, Tony Stark does actually do this, and what he does is he snaps his fingers, unwheels all of Thanos' goons, and Thanos himself out of the picture.
It's like,
however,
it's like I am, but of course he has to slip in. I am Iron Man. So who do you think you are?
I'm Iron Man. Yep. And holy shit, that was amazing.
It's like, yeah, it hurts, huh?
Yeah.
Doesn't it, Thanos? Huh?
Yeah, when Future Thanos came, supposedly he saw like the effect of like his actions and whatnot, and he thought, you know what? I need to kill everyone. This is the only way. I'll just recreate the universe. So there you go. That's what he was going to do. So
it's like, well, looks like my plan was not gonna come into flourish. Even if I did execute my original plan, you'd all be ungrateful.
So I might as well everyone instead.
So I might as well just kill everyone and remake the world in my image. Which, you know, double reason why to stop Thanos.
Yep.
But of course, he doesn't win.
So
like, yeah, it hurts, huh, Thanos?
However,
yeah,
Tony Stark. We got. You want to click off right now? You click off right now. Tony Stark dies.
We established that this thing could have killed anyone else. That's why we gave it to the Hulk.
Yeah. So Tony Stark dies for removing all the stones. Okay.
And it's just
we get a touching funeral. It hurts.
It hurts.
There are references to Iron Man, the past movies, the past Iron Man movies.
And
proof that Tony Stark has a heart.
Yeah. When they were setting out a bouquet of flowers into the lake, and it had his heart in it.
And it also
Happy's there too.
We get Happy's there. We get to see
everybody is there.
Feels. Oh man, it was
everybody is there.
Sad times. All right.
Just to compound it.
Yep.
And Happy's sitting there with Tony's daughter, which I forget her name. And it's like,
there you go.
What do you want to eat?
Cheeseburgers. Your dad likes cheeseburgers too, you know. Anyway, so
we see Tony. I almost wanted to cry with Happy because I could even see his chin quivering.
When I saw Tony Stark has a heart, I broke. I made me.
All of us. I broke.
Cry a little. Made me cry.
I broke.
But yes, Tony Stark dies. It's a touching funeral. It's a great long list of scenes.
And of course, we have to put everything back.
Yes. So it's up to Captain America
to put the stones back to where they were, and even Mjolnir.
Even Mjolnir too. So Captain America puts all the stones back.
Right.
All right. But he doesn't come back in time through Pym particles. He comes back in time through the normal way.
He takes the long way home.
Because he spent his life and got married
to Peggy. And
which to me is one of the most beautiful things.
It's like, he deserves this.
He hella does.
He hella deserves that.
So you see,
I mean, after attending Peggy's funeral and then seeing her alive again.
Yeah.
You know, and
the thing is, all right, when he comes back the normal way, he's just sitting on a bench, and he's old. He's an old man now. And
he has the shield with him now repaired.
Yep.
I bet he willed that thing back together, because he's done that before. He willed it back.
Yep. and he gives the shield to his best friend,
Falcon, Sam Wilson.
So Sam Wilson became the new Captain America.
Which is a thing in the comics.
That is another thing in the comics.
In the comics, Steve's super soldier serum wears off and he does become an old man.
Yep.
And of course, someone has to take up the mantle of being Captain America.
And thus, that person is Sam Wilson.
I almost wanted to cry at that point, too.
That made me feel good. That made me feel happy. So, there you go. Hawkeye remorses the loss of Natasha. But he gets to see his family again, so it's all good.
And also, he also comforts Wanda too, since she lost Vision.
Wanda lost Vision. So does it mean that Elizabeth Olsen's single?
Don't even go there, man.
I'm just saying, though.
Unless you can fly, phase through walls, and shoot a laser beam from your forehead.
Fuck. Okay, well, I can't do those things.
But
also, Captain Marvel's still available, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, there you go. Hey, man.
Unless Spider-Man beats you to the punch.
If that happens, I will be like, holy... No, he got MJ.
And of course, fuck.
Yeah, so Peter goes back to school.
And
without Tony Stark. Oh, man, that hurts.
Yeah.
Pepper and company live a normal life.
Thor decides to go with the Guardians.
Yeah, Thor decides to go with the Guardians. He appoints...
He even calls themselves the Asgardians of the Galaxy.
Yep. He goes with the Guardians, but he also appoints... what's her name again?
He appoints Valkyrie as the new leader.
Yeah, as the new Queen of Asgard. So,
because they're going to need a leader.
Yep, so there you go. He goes with the Guardians of the Galaxy. The Guardians of the Galaxy
and they just keep...
thing.
And of course, Peter Quill and
Thor keep having a dick measuring contest.
It's like, of course, yeah, you're the one in charge. Although I do find it ironic, considering that, you know, they made such a big deal about how Thor's body was so hot and super sculpted and everything, and how Peter was like one sandwich away from developing a belly.
Yeah, look what happened.
Irony.
Yep.
But they're still comparing sizes.
Yep. I'm trying to think of who. I guess everybody, right?
Yeah, everybody also, and we also see that even Nick Fury came back.
Yeah, General Ross still General Ross. I'm surprised General me.
And also, and of course, Nick had to be there.
Yeah.
He was the one who the first person he recruited. Well, aside from Captain Marvel, the one that we've canonically seen.
Yeah.
He was there. Nick was there since the beginning, and he was the one that recruited Tony.
Yep. But anyway, everyone gets their due.
You will cry at that funeral scene.
Everyone gets their due.
Everybody does. Everybody, and of course, it ends off with Cap having his happily ever after, at least.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, we lost. We still lost Vision. We still lost Natasha. We lost
Tony Stark.
We lost Tony. So, if anyone is going to say that, oh, Marvel won't kill off its characters, dude, no.
And if not kill off characters, they'll pass the torch to other characters.
They pass the torch.
Sam Wilson to become Captain America. Captain America will become Captain America. It's a big deal.
And, I don't think we need to pass the torch for Tony, since his arc is effectively done.
Yeah.
The guy that couldn't care a shit about anybody, the rich playboy, eventually becoming the guy that sacrificed himself for the universe.
Yep.
He could have stayed with Pepper and lived a normal, happy life and not given a shit. But this is the culmination of his story arc, of his character arc, that it's just beautiful.
Yep.
And you will cry at that scene, man.
It's beautiful. But
with Pepper saying, like, we'll be okay. We'll be okay. You go rest now.
Yep.
It's just.
But overall, though, the movie is fantastic.
The movie is really good.
It's super long, but it's fantastic.
There are some problems I could point out. I'm still sad that Natasha couldn't come back. Yeah, we made a big deal about she can't come back, but
That's how it is. The rules.
Yeah, I guess. But and also the whole Asgardians thing kind of weirded me out a little bit, but it's okay. I was actually hoping that Loki would come. Oh yeah, Loki's still dead too.
Oh yeah, Loki's dead. Fuck, man.
I was hoping that
Loki's dead. I forgot. Fuck.
And when they first tried to get the Tesseract and we saw Loki disappear. Like, I was hoping, you know, maybe that's their cop-out for Loki, but no.
Loki's dead. Yeah, so everyone who has died, not via Thanos snap, is dead. Period. Okay?
But if they... supposedly, this is like the end for...
Yep.
Sort of. Seeing as how we still have a Spider-Man movie.
There's a Spider-Man movie coming, and who knows what else we got in store. So we're gonna have a...
But, you know, we could still... I mean, Chris Evans said that he is effectively done playing Captain America. And even Robert Downey Jr.
Iron Man. And their characters are included, for the most part, you know?
So, even if we did continue the Marvel Universe, you know, we still have all the players.
We have all the players, plus the thing is, like, hey, we have an open book now. We can go wherever. We can do whatever we want. So I'm looking forward to, like, the next Marvel movies. I mean, hey, we have X-Men now.
Yeah.
So
I mean, come on.
That's the thing. We had no mention of the X-Men. What the fuck? Where the X-Men at?
We acquired the rights. We fought with...
Where the X-Men, though? If the X-Men come back, that's it. I'm losing my shit.
What was the company that was fighting with Disney over the rights again?
Wait, for what?
Like, there was another company that was fighting to buy... But, you know, we fought to get those rights back.
We have X-Men now, so where the hell's X-Men, bro?
Where's the Fantastic Four?
Where's Super Skrull?
It's like, you know we're gonna have to... We'll continue it, but...
Hey, like I said, it's an open book now. So they can do whatever they want. You know what I mean? So I look forward to what happens.
But yeah, overall, this movie is long. This video is probably going to be long. It's like an hour long.
But
it's
everything we got to say. Joyce, take it away.
I'm going to have to put just the Endgame poster and my face on it. That's it for the thumbnail. And then, because if I even draw a thumbnail, it's going to spoil it.
Not really.
Kind of spoil it.
You'll figure it out. But regardless, though, hey, don't forget, support this man.
Yep. And also in the future, you know, maybe like 2-3 weeks pass, I'll put up a thumbnail for it. Yeah. But yeah, this movie.
This movie's great.
This movie is great. A few flaws here and there, but I'm satisfied.
I am satisfied too.
I mean,
for conclusion,
it's not only a trip. It's a trip down memory lane. It's a celebration of the Marvel Cinematic Universe thus far, and it moves at a good enough pace.
But you're not entirely bored the whole time, which is great.
You would think that, this stupid time travel stuff is going to make everything contrived and everything, but it works.
It does work.
It works in its own way. It's not confusing, and everybody a lot of the major players get closure. A lot of them get the development they need.
Which is exactly what this movie...
Tony Stark's character arc is beautiful. And just as beautiful as Steve's ass.
Shut up. We're wrapping this up.
Yeah, we're wrapping this up. So, yeah, go watch this movie. Guys, remember, don't spoil it. Unless you've watched this already, then you've already spoiled yourselves. But, yeah. Okay, and, we have to mention the Stan Lee cameo.
It was kind of okay.
It was okay. We had to have a double. Either it was him or it was a double that looked like him. Either way,
it was alright.
We needed to have that.
I'm glad he was there, but
I'm glad he was there, at least in spirit. Whether it was a double or not, whether it was him or not.
We just get Deadpool cameos now.
Deadpool has to replace him.
Yes. But regardless though, hey, that's that, yeah.
Make love, not war, you guys. But yeah, go watch this movie, and ho dang, it's awesome. Thank you, Marvel. Thank you so much. Please let there be more movies, please. Also, guys, don't wait. There is no post-credit scene. There is no
post-credit scene.
Don't torture your bladder like how I did.
Yes.
Alright, we'll see you guys later, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe. You know the drill by now.
Yep.
And we'll see you later.
See ya.
Bye. Thank you, Marvel.